Hello friends, I'm here to share a little practice with you. Well, me and this deer right here are here to share. I don't know if you can see, you might have to zoom in. Are here to share a meditation with you. I was sitting in my yard working on my computer for a long time. Finally looked up and there's this sweet little deer. He's a male with antlers, and you can still see the fuzz on his antlers. It's so sweet. So I thought I'd share a practice with you. And so, first thing I want to say is the power of love. I want to speak to the power of love, and this comes from this deer right here. This is the deer's message that wanted to be shared. Deer, for me, the magic of deer is love. It's this tenderness. It's this like invitation into love and into new experiences, and that those new experiences, those new adventures, new things we're moving into be held in a space of love and in a space of tenderness, like immense tenderness. And with the climate of the world right now, I'm in Minneapolis, actually, believe it or not. I'm in Minneapolis right now. This is a Minneapolis deer. And this was the sort of genesis of this current uprising that's been a long time coming. And this collective veil that has been pulled back to expose these deep wounds of racism in America and in the world, really. And so as these veils are being pulled back, and as we're, feeling this rising in us of liberation for all beings, can bring up a lot of emotion, of course. And so the deer magic is very holds all of that in love. So holds whatever the emotions are that are arising: shame, guilt, anger, sadness, just whatever it might be. Maybe some vacillation between all of it. Maybe excitement even. I'm feeling a lot of that. But we get to hold all of that in love and tenderness. And so it becomes an issue when we get stuck in any one emotion, and this is just true across the board. And so I want to share a practice today for if we're feeling that sense of stuckness in any emotional reaction that we are experiencing. This meditation also allows us to loop out of thought patterns. So out of thought patterns that were created from the culture, from our family of origin, maybe thought patterns that our ancestors have held for lifetimes. This meditation, and in particular the mantra, is really, really potent for weeding those out on this incredibly deep level. This meditation comes from Kundalini Yoga. The mantra itself is a Sikh mantra, and the mantra is Sa Ta Na Ma. And Sa is sort of this birth. Ta is sustained life. Na is death, and Ma is a rebirth. And so Sa Ta Na Ma is this cycle of life, death, and rebirth. And so when we chant this mantra, it allows us to move through the cycle of life. So the mantra, this is why we chant mantra, because these sounds, the ancients, the sages, the yogis have chanted these sounds for longer than we can even imagine. And so held in just these seed syllables are universes. And the mantra is intelligent. And so the mantra knows where to go. The mantra knows where those biases, where those reactionary states are in us that are harmful, that could be violent to ourselves, to others. And so when we chant this mantra, we are using our own body as a tool to pull out at the root judgment, bias, and beyond that, even just any stuck, stagnant emotions that are keeping us spinning and keeping us, ineffective. So many of us now really, really know we want to be affecting change. And so if our emotional bodies are all over the place, it's okay to be there. We're emotional beings. There's nothing wrong with emotion. And if you're alive, you're going to feel, period. It's when we get stuck and we can't, move it through the body, feel it, let it breathe, let it move, and, be allowed to feel something new. That's when the issue comes. That's, freedom is about choice. And so this mantra allows us to move through especially old emotions. And we do carry the emotions and the pains of our ancestors in our bodies. You are nothing but your ancestors, truly, when it comes down to it, on the cellular level. And so this mantra, actually, the yogis will say that it starts to change the DNA. This is really exciting. And so this potent mantra I'm sharing with you, you can chant it just on its own. Just on its own is really, really powerful. But I want to teach you a mudra and an arm position that especially works on what we will call, the heart. It works on the heart, but it also works on the arc line, which again relates to our ancestry, relates to our sort of DNA, and allows it to shift. So you're going to bring the hands into Gyan Mudra, so thumb and index fingertips touch. And then you just cross the wrists, so maybe right at the wrists or right below the wrists. And the hands are just right in front of the heart, so you see my elbows are just relaxed down at my sides. And then the hands or the wrists are going to cross in front of you, and the hands are at about heart level. And you can just relax here, just let yourself be soft, and it doesn't matter which hand is on top, which one's on the bottom. And you open your eyes just a little bit, so the eyes are open maybe 1/10 of the way, and you're staring at the tip of your nose. And you chant out loud. And I'm gonna give you a version of this chant that I like to do, but you can chant however you like. So the timing of it can go like this. Satanama, Satanama, Satanama. And as you chant, think about the mantra chanting you. So these sound currents, these like universes within the sounds that you're chanting, moving through your body and creating new worlds, creating the kind of world you want to live in. And if we're gonna create, harmony, balance in this world, it starts in our own cells. It has to be found here, or any effort we make to create that in the outer world is going to be, not very powerful at the very least, and perhaps harmful. And so I encourage you to practice this. You can practice it 3, 11 minutes, 22 minutes, 31 minutes. And I am available if you have any questions. And I'm also offering a summer solstice / eclipse, solar eclipse class on June 20th. This is just a sort of preview of what we're going to be doing in that class, and I hope to see you there. Many blessings and lots of love from me and the deer.